What's up everyone, my name is Martin Wong and I'm a photographer here in Los Angeles, California. On this channel, I do a lot of videos about photography, my mindset, about pricing strategy, just a bunch of different things. But I wasn't gonna do a full video about this light right here because it didn't really strike me as something that's super interesting at first. But during unboxing literally just now, I kind of confused about what I'm looking at, but also very intrigued. So let's look at the unboxing first. Whoa. So this is the PHOTOOLEX. Is it 2.0? It is. So is it PHOTOOLEX? This here is a full RGB 20 watt light. 20 watts, right? Sorry, 12 watt light. This is what I'm comparing it with. They are almost the same width. In fact, it's actually a little bit skinnier because, you know, it fit within the ridge of the can. So meaning it is a little bit skinnier and it is tiny bit taller. And also come with all this attachment that we want to know what it does. And it's a very interesting gobo situation where I haven't seen before. So let me see if I can try it on. Ooh. The light instantly, the first mode is effect mode. I feel like most lights should do this because like it really show off the full color. Okay, let me change up real quick. It does have a full color screen here. A pretty interesting design. This feels like a flashlight where you press the back to switch between different things. And you can turn this little knob here at the end to also decide how to change different things. So right now I'm in pro mode, I'm guessing, which is professional, I'm hoping. And I can change the hue. So full RGB, as I said, you know, pretty easy to understand. Let me switch it to maybe 30% so I kind of have a better idea what this looks like. Yeah, pretty understandable, but okay, let's go on. It's still in pro mode. Now I'm guessing just bicolor. Again, let me switch it down to 30% and 7,000 all the way to 3,500. Okay, it's not as drastic as I thought it would look, but it does have a range. Okay, there's also this mode called My, which I don't know what it means. Like it just say My, like MY, but it doesn't do anything. Is it like a setting screen? So I feel like the software does need a little update to perfect it, but other than that, it is pretty easy to control. And one thing that's very interesting that I haven't seen in most lights is that right now it is upside down to you, right? If I double press it, boom, it turns upside down. See that? That's pretty cool. So that means when you mount this on somewhere, it does have a, you know, 1/4 inch mount. That means when you mount it on somewhere, and let's say, you know, it is upside down, you can't really kind of see it which way, you can double click it and it will switch over to this way so you can read it easier. Not a super need for most people and it's not a super need for a light, but it is nice to have. So I'm giving them another props for this. But let's take a look at the attachment we have here. There are 3 attachments. I'm guessing I can just unscrew this top. I didn't read the manual as I normally don't. Okay, why is the light on? Oh, okay, this is actually to push it forward and backward. So I'm not unscrewing that part. I'm supposed to be unscrewing the top part. All right, there are a few different lens attachment here. Now, I wish they have indicator of what is what. This is the most concave one. So let's see what's the difference. Oh, okay. This one is a lot more focused. You do see some differentiation of color, which you can see the edge here is more red, the center is more pink, and this side's more orange. So if I push this back in, oh, okay. Now that create a bigger circle. This is cool. So you can really focus light. So for example, let's say I'm doing a cool shoot where I want my background to have one circle. I can do this. See that? That's just a circle right there. If I push it back, you can make the circle bigger. Wait a second. Oh, this is cool. So I'm not sure if this is, maybe that is an intended effect. Right now, it created a ring. Do you see that? The edge is more green. You know what? Let me turn off my background light that I usually have first. This is cool to explore. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, my background usually have a thick window light shadow to create more, interesting background. But this light can do the same thing, but this can do more than that. This can create this cool circle look with this lens. Okay, let's change it back. Let's change it back to the first one to see what I'm looking at. Okay, see, this one doesn't have that crazy edge, If I push all the way forward, it's a very soft, diffuse light. That is cool. Okay, let's try the middle one and see what does that one do. Wait, I can't tell the difference between this one and that one. Okay, let's switch again. Just making sure. This one shows a blue and a green. Okay, let's switch this one again. Oh, the color. Is it me that changed the color? No, this one is definitely the one that with the more hard ring when I expand it. See that ring? It's really harsh on the end, really bright. But this one that I have, the middle one here, it also have a ring? Wait, what are the difference? Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me take a look.
Many hours later.
Oh, okay. All right. I looked it up. I know what it does now. First of all, let's clarify the other one. The My is a custom one that where you can choose between somebody can add to customize the light setting and stuff like that, but you need to download the app to use that. So it's a custom setting thing. Okay, I figured it out. Okay, let me turn off the light for a second. I understand why now. Okay. So the difference between this guy and this guy is that this one right here actually has a color. As you can see, this one is clear. The other one, maybe hard to see, but it's kind of like a holographic color kind of thing. So meaning, even if I put this one on and I don't use color mode, so let's say I'm going back to this one, Kelvin. Okay, even in Kelvin mode, you can see there is a color to it. It's a little pink, orange color. And that is not with any RGB IMSS at 3600. If I move it to 7000, it is cooler, but it still creates like a purple to yellow light. So it is for you to create a fun color effect. Now we got that out of the way. The one I haven't tried is this guy. So let me do this real quick. Just take up the color one, put on this guy. Now this is gonna be a fun one. This is where you can put in different kind of gobo to attach it. So then you can put it onto things. So it's magnetic, so you can easily just put it into this little slider, the holder thing. And let me guess, I'm just gonna put it in. All right, there you go. So you can actually turn the front of this attachment to see how much is in focus. You can go from completely defocus, which is just seem like a white blur light, to something more like a hard line on the edge. So just slowly adjust it until it is, the way you want. So there you go. This is a hard light. Now, the fun thing about this is that this is a RGB light. If I want to, I can do like a heart one. Okay, I can swap putting the heart. I don't know if I'm putting each side matters, but let's swap it to... Oh, actually, I like the effect. Let's do the effect. There you go. This is the effect. Isn't that cute? There you go. A heart, but also changing color. All right, that is super cool. I actually want this light because it's so skinny. What it means is that I can fit onto my backpack on the side or any cup holder. In fact, again, I compared that with this can earlier. So meaning if this can fit into your car or fit into your backpack, this will certainly fit. It's a little bit taller. So unless you don't want, you have a height issue. But other than that, this will be perfect for, just kind of have a light in just your backpack. It is a little bit heavy. It's not super light, but that's only because I think the attachment is metal and the construction is pretty solid. Now, one or two things that I do wish it can do better is that one, I wish that the Pro mode, the two different ones where it's like, colors or Kelvin, which usually say CCT or something like that. I wish it say that instead of two Pro modes, so I didn't know which one I am on. The other thing that I wish it can do better is that this right here in the back, it should be clicky. If this has clicky to it, it'll be a lot better because right now I could be shooting with it and I actually bump into it and the dial will move. So I don't have enough friction here to cause it to be more, secure. So I wish that's the only update that they will do. And of course, some software update here and there. But other than that, this is pretty cool. How much is it? 119? That's not bad. Like, I am now gonna keep this on the side of my backpack. It's like right here. I'll put it in here. Boom, easy, in my backpack. I'll just keep it there. So now I have a light with me at all times. And of course, this kind of act like a flashlight too. So if I ever need to, I can just use it and just like, all right, flashlight. See, it's a soft flashlight. So if I want to, I can use this as a on-the-go light in case I really need some light. I might actually swap it out to the hard light one, because if I am having some sort of like cool shoot, I think having a hard light would be a lot cooler. Like this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if this is for you, leave a comment down below. Or if it's not, then don't worry about it. Not too much, I just want to show you guys cool stuff. That's all. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I got lots of cool stuff coming up very soon that I really want to show you all. So hopefully you can check that out. All right, see you later.